Hello, my name is Caspian. I run a specialist marketing agency called ClientMap, and we help financial brands and professional services firms build more engaging relationships with their clients. And my particular strength is pivoting. The description of pivoting that most caught my eye is those who are willing to challenge the status quo. I know it certainly bugs me when people trot out an assumption I feel they've really not thought too hard about. But I do believe it's about efficiency. I've seen so much time wasted on campaigns or projects where people have just followed the easy route without really testing their assumptions. And I love that penny drop moment when a bit of gentle disagreement can open up a much better solution. And my teenage son frequently criticises me for playing devil's advocate. A particular project or an example of a project is one I'm working on at the moment for a Wall Street bank. They're planning a multi-million-dollar campaign for institutional investors about what the world could be like in 2030 with conferences, films, augmented reality. But looking at the brief, I can't help this niggling feeling that the audience of institutional investors don't care about the world in 2030. Their salary comes from outperforming the market over 6 months. But if you start from that space, you can actually telescope the solution and look at things that are happening today that have longer term implications that mean they should maybe think about their investments. So you can turn the whole campaign around just by a bit more thinking or challenging the brief. I think there's value to having someone with this kind of devil's advocate thinking on a team, but I also think there's a time and a place to use it. No one wants a Debbie Downer always pouring scorn on ideas. So I think in future I'll be a bit more gently diplomatic to gently nudge the runaway train in this direction. But also, having identified the strength, I think in future I'm going to try and own it and perhaps be a bit more explicit about what value I can add. And therefore hopefully it won't seem like a criticism of other people in teams.